it'll be piped in coming soon, right?
Yeah. We're fixing things here at Monica House After Hours.
You should be able to tell at Monica House After Hours today for episode 37. We got Sir Charles III stopping in.
Yeah, welcome Wichita.
Yeah,
Aaron and Austin show.
Yep. So this should be just right after the New Year. So I hope you had a great holidays. Hope you got out and saw some shows. Came out to the New Year's Eve shows and all that good stuff. And,
hope you stayed out of jail, stayed out of trouble.
Yeah. So here we are at the New Year. We are trying to rewire the amped idea. We've been talking about it a little bit. So if you are a bar owner or a venue owner or just we really want to go for the venue owners, really. That's probably the best way to do it, don't you think?
I would think so.
So we're looking to, and I'm going to post it on the food and booze thing too, so we're looking to get with those people and see if you can hook us up with the calendar so we can run that and let everybody know what's going on. I mean, we're kind of see how that works out, but I think we got to get in touch with the venue owners first.
Well, and I think how Amped Up Live did it. I think that lady went out and
well, I ain't trying to do
sought
that.
out all that information.
Yeah, see, fuck all that.
Well, I think that's why she stopped doing it, man. That becomes a huge chore.
And everybody was using Amped Up Live. Were you privy to Amped Up Live? No. Well, it was this great. It was this Facebook page that for the week you could see what was going on at every venue in town.
This is all the shows.
Here's the shows every time.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I did see that.
That's disappeared now, and we're trying to kind of bring it back in some way, shape, or form.
Why? Why did it disappear?
Because the person didn't want to fuck with Dylan.
It got to be a lot, man. Can you imagine always trying to go down?
So we're trying to attack it from we're trying to attack it from a little bit different wavelength. So we would rather the venue owners send us your calendar and let us just post it instead of us.
They don't care that much.
It's free fucking.
They don't care that much.
You don't think they would?
No.
I wonder. I mean,
some of them might, but I mean, I bet.
Is it
a good percentage? They don't. They're not. They book, but they're not as involved with the artists and with the shows as long as there's people in there.
Or they have somebody else booking in there. You know what I mean?
Or they just have a third.
Well, yeah. I mean, all that we'd have to do is get with one of those persons, snap us a fucking
whoever
picture.
got the calendar.
Yeah, just send us the fucking calendar.
Yeah,
just send us the fucking calendar. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, we got check out Winterfest coming up. That'll be in the graphic and everything going on at Monica House real quick as we run that.
And we're doing podcasts that day, right?
Yeah. Winterfest is I don't know if we're gonna. We were talking earlier. I don't know if we're gonna do all 3 fucking days, but kill me with a fucking spoon in the face trying to do 3 days in a row of every artist that comes through here.
Nah, man, we just gonna live here for 3 days, bro.
Dude. Yeah, dude.
Fuck sleeping bags on the ground.
I ain't doing that.
It's a grind.
I'm gonna come back. But at Winterfest coming up, we're gonna try to get some of the artists, and so there's some traveling artists, and we're gonna sit in here and do podcasts in between sets. And
I'm really hoping that we have our video feed set up by then, and we'll be able to kind of show you guys what's going on. I had to order some stuff today for that video feed. It's a process of everywhere we go with that studio, fitting into the space, and different spaces lend themselves for different things.
So what's your idea with that video feed? What are you trying to do?
Man, okay, so the room we're filming at Monica House is the library, and right off over there is the stage room. And so if I can stick a couple cameras in there that's just on a switcher.
Oh yeah.
Right? Because we already have it set up to have all the audio go back to the studio so we can do live recordings.
And just have a switcher.
Yeah. Just pull the switcher, run that switcher to a video capture card.
You run it through a tower.
And now we're live editing and it's good.
Yeah.
So someone could come in and do the podcast and then put on a
perform a
couple of live.
That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see for season 2.
Straight up. Well, we got to keep moving forward. We can't just stay stagnant.
That's right. What's the next thing?
What's the next thing? We got to keep doing something.
Speaking of, you was talking about that too. You go into school now for barber college.
Oh yeah.
Sir Charles doing all kinds of shit. I don't know. When were you united? When were you united, sir?
Okay, so first off, I was on 6 hits of acid and
allegedly.
Allegedly, and the whole trip, people just kept calling me sir. Hey, sir. Hey, sir. Hey. And I was like, damn. Why do they keep calling me sir? It's just, I'm anonymous. So I was just like, Sir Charles. I mean, it doesn't really make any sense. But
did you put the third on and made it better? I think.
Well, okay, here's why for that.
Yeah, I want to know that in too.
There's a rock Sir Charles, there's a jazz singer Sir Charles, and now there's a rapper.
All right.
So you're the third Sir Charles, the rapper.
Of the I don't even know if those guys are related, but now we're all related.
I'm the fourth. I'm the fourth in my family as a generation, so I like that the third was on there.
Yeah. So I was like Sir Charles III because rock, blues, jazz, all those guys came before me. So
when did you get in? So when did you get into this? Or did you start? Were you Sir Charles III from the beginning?
Nah, man. So I used to just most other people, you know what I mean? You go to a party in high school or whatever, and you hear people rapping, and you're like, I can do that. I can do that better than you.
Right.
And then
watch me prove this.
Yeah, but I was like, I can do that better than you. And then I was like, I cannot do this better than you. And my friends used to be like, dude, all right, man, you really can't rap. And then I was like, well, just give me a chance. And then I kept working. I kept, just developing myself. And then I got to where I was like, okay, this is something. But then like I wasn't still taking it serious. Well, then I think like 2015, early 2016 maybe, my little brother died. And it was his dream to be a rapper. And so then I was like, okay, motherfucker, thanks. Like now I gotta fucking do this. Yeah. Like, because he had cystic fibrosis, so that's something that's like close to my heart. You know what I mean? Like, that is not a disease they have a cure for yet. So like,
it's pretty much you got to just deal with it until you can't.
You deal with it until you don't, man. He made it till he was 22. So like, it was, you know what I'm saying? So like, it was his dream. We had a lot of late night talks in the hospital of like, hey man, what can I do that's gonna like bring you some honor to your name? Yep. You're a good man. And so we got Tech 9 to come see him and Travis O'Gwen before he died in the hospital. And like,
wow, badass.
That was his favorite rapper. So like, I'm on the phone with Strange Music like every fucking day.
And Tech 9, if you can get to their people, he's actually a pretty good dude.
Dude, he's a great human being.
Yeah, he
and
is.
so like, I'm on the phone
he's been
every
great
day
for this state for a long time.
And Travis Gweno calls me and he's like, yo man, stop calling. We got your fucking messages. And I was like, okay, bet. I just want to make sure you got them.
Just
give me the confirmation, you motherfucker.
Dude, that's everybody. Just, hey, even if it's a no, fucking tell us.
Dude, say something. Well,
please.
So they came up and seen him.
No.
They came up and seen him. Something. And yeah, man, from there I just was kind of like, okay, well, like, this is my little brother's legacy. You know what I'm saying? Well, then, some years go by or whatever, and you realize that, like, damn, I'm actually doing more than I thought I was gonna do with it. People are starting to like
to pay off,
dude. They're starting to respond. There's things like, I mean, I've put myself out there now. It's been 4 years. In 4 years, I've had 2 songs hit 93.5. I've got Snoop Dogg, Bone Thugs and Harmony. I mean, people that I used to idolize and growing up, and now I'm like, oh fuck, I'm sharing a stage with you guys.
You also kind of hit it a little bit differently than most. Okay, like there's a pretty big like hip hop scene here, but you are one of the few that come out with a band.
Yeah.
And really play. And I
was that from the
beginning?
Did you have ideas of doing a band from the beginning? Or
okay,
what?
So I started with it, and Buckhead put me on when I first came into Wichita. Buckhead was like, Manish Law and Polar and Big Mike and all those cats. So like they were like, yo, you would be perfect for our brand. And so I was like, okay, sure. Well, then they had already had a band in Buckhead. Manish Law had already been doing hip hop with a live band. You know what I'm saying? Early on.
And I love that. Like, and hip hop artists, that's the shit. By the way.
Yeah. Also, if y'all don't know Manish Law right now, like check that motherfucker out because he's cold.
Drop him, yeah.
I mean, no, seriously,
give him his
Manish Law like definitely put on for Wichita in a big way. But so there was a drummer and there's a guitar player already involved. Once their band ended, people moved away. Life happens. Like
can't keep shit together forever.
Yeah. So there was the guitar player left over, and me and him became really close friends. Willie Sims. He's also the guitar player for Tulot.
Yeah.
We're
gonna have him on eventually.
Yeah. So Willie came to me and he's like, dude, I want to do your shit, and I was like, okay. And then he's like, let me put a band together for you, and I was like, okay,
let's go.
Yeah.
And then fucking
who says no to that?
We started getting together, and then we've just I call it the collective because like I always meet people from different bands, and I always I like what you do. It's different than what this person does, or come play this show with me. So I just call it the collective because like I don't have any set pieces in my band. I don't want set members. I don't want the same people.
Oh, okay, right. So it's kind of a rotating like
every show is different, man. Every show has a different vibe. Every song has a different vibe.
There's a cast of characters.
There's a cast. There is a cast, but it's not like a free for all by any means. But like,
right.
I'm.
So how does this work when you go to record music? So I understand how that
so
works.
I record with my engineer and my producer, and then when the producer gets done, we send that off to the band immediately. Okay, because then the band is just translating what the producer is doing, and then
do they come back with like post production notes like, man, let me pop in this guitar right here.
So if you have
swapping band members, is it this? So you have a band you use to record only?
So yeah, so when it comes to recording, like I use my core band just because like we've locked in with each other enough and we spend enough time together that like.
You speak the language.
I don't even have. I can just.
They know what you want.
See my body language and know when to turn it up or when to turn it down. So like when it comes time, we haven't done a live album yet. That's one thing. Like it's been about a 1.5 year process of experimenting about people's schedules, around like what music has been learned, what we need to learn, where we want to go with it. So like we're just playing with things right now. There's a live album coming, but right now, like my focus is to build my brand more than it is, rather than build the brand with the band. Because the thing is, like, I'm not gonna be able to do anything for them if I'm not successful.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you have to spearhead it. I mean,
Exactly.
it's your name on the it's your name on the fucking bill.
Exactly. So right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have a pretty decent catalog out, but like I'm gonna say it now, I'm dropping 3 albums this year.
Really?
I'm dropping 3 albums.
And
this
what?
year.
So your first album was 2018 that I saw. Yeah. On.
Yeah.
And I listen to Apple Music. You can get all his stuff probably on everything, but Apple Music has all his albums. I've been jamming it for the last couple of weeks, man.
So you're talking about 3 full-length albums.
Absolutely.
No
And what?
EPs,
Okay. Quick interjection. What is the definition of that? What is the definition of a full length album? What do you got to have?
Well, I mean,
I always thought it was
8
over
songs?
60 minutes.
yeah,
Really? It has to be
a
more than an
full-length
hour?
album is more than an hour.
That's what it
Yeah.
really. What is an
I don't
LP?
actually
It's
know.
not. It
That's-
doesn't have to be a
Exactly.
That's
Is there-
technically an assumption by me. I mean,
okay, but industry standard. I mean, if you look at most industry standard albums, they're like an hour and 15, hour and 20.
I feel like you're right on with that. That's pretty close to
You know
what
what
I
I'm
see.
saying?
Especially
So,
on the
like-
hip hop side, which I've
So for me though, the problem is for me though, I don't put out songs that are that long.
that's what I'm saying. I used to listen to punk same way. Like,
I don't have a song that's over 3 minutes.
I don't think there is there is not a real definition.
I don't
of this.
think if you're not sticking
wonder.
to the time format, I think it's a certain amount of songs in my opinion.
I always
certain
said
A good
number of
album. A
songs.
good album for
8
me
to
is
10
like
songs, 12 songs.
a good
somewhere.
album for me is like 14
all
tracks.
right, John has it. What is it?
The definition I'm seeing from Lander, actually, of all
Okay.
places, is an album is considered to be 6 or more songs running over 30 minutes in length.
Oh, 30
If you
minutes.
sold this-
Wow.
Oh, that's not an album though.
Yeah, I feel like it's an EP.
Is there a difference between
That's
an album
like
and
an
an
EP.
LP?
I feel like that's an EP.
To be sold as one product though.
Right.
So what's the
he's
difference
saying-
between an EP and an album?
EP is short, albums are long.
That's what I
But
thought.
what's
That's what I
what-
thought.
what he's saying is
EPs
what
are 4 to
tracks.
6 songs, and 6 or more songs.
He's
an album.
saying what tracks
I
is
got
an
you.
album sale.
Right.
Because right now there's a whole thing like
Right.
1,500 views on a YouTube will
Yeah.
get you an album sale.
Dude, you know, that's so many views though.
Dude, it is,
that's
right?
So
Like, how do you-
good. It's just
1,500?
like, you know, it's like
1,500, yeah,
I think it's
1,500.
like I think it's something like
The
half a
average
million.
All right, the
half
average-
a million plays on Spotify is only 25K.
Dude.
Half a million. Half a million.
dude. You know how hard it is to get 100,000 views
Yeah,
on some
for a
shit?
lot of these artists,
Yeah.
they don't know how to market themselves.
Yeah, well, you just got to.
Well,
There is no real formula. The thing is, just keep doing shit.
it's not a form. No, that's
Yeah.
okay. You
Just
just
keep
hit
doing
it on the
shit.
fucking
Right.
head, dude.
Just keep doing shit.
Okay, but also here. God damn, dude. I'm glad you said that, but it's also one of those things. It's like people don't know how to set realistic goals to make the algorithm work for them.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
I've been traversing that all year, figuring it out.
Yeah, because, like, here's the
we
thing,
started
is,
this
like,
show, and I've been having to work on that.
when I set goals, I'm setting 1 month goals, 6 month goals, 1 year goals, 2 year goals, and
Short
5 year
term, long term goals.
Yeah, I
100%.
had to do the same thing with the
You
show.
have to
I
work, yeah.
have a whole.
And it's been, but
I mean, I have a notebook of the.
But is
same
it?
shit.
Do you feel like it's been more streamlined? Like everything is starting to kind of
Yeah, it fits.
cohesively fit?
Well, and I was honestly, it's done better than I thought it would. So honestly, I was a little behind on my goals. We got 2 goals faster than I thought we would.
Dude, that's the value of setting attainable, reachable goals.
Yeah,
And that's why a lot of people like here they're like, "Oh, Sir Charles, I mean, I've never heard of you, or where'd you come from, or how long have you been here?" But it's like none of that really matters, because the thing is, like, I'm the goals that I'm setting are attainable. I'm getting them done. At the end of the day, when I'm going to bed, I'm feeling good about what I've got done for the day and myself. I'm feeling good about myself.
That
And
gives
then-
you longevity.
Well, and it makes you be able to make more goals to do it again.
To do it again, and some
Yeah.
people are like, "Oh, you get these
Whiteboard that
opportunities,
shit.
or you
Whiteboard the shit out of stuff, man.
You have this come up or this come up, and I haven't had that opportunity yet. But it's like because you're just not working hard enough. You're not setting you're not. If you are meeting your goals, then you're compromising your goals, and like What the fuck are you compromising?
Yeah, you do have to find. You do
Uh-huh.
have to find a little bit of a happy medium of somewhere of reachable goals and some ones that are tougher to get.
Yeah,
like
100%.
Yeah, like we had some like we were all sitting around kicking the idea of like how can we get to 250 by fucking New Year's? It's like fuck 250. Let's do 50. Let's do 300. Let's see if we can get to 300. And just
Well, we
push it.
passed 250.
Yeah, we passed 250.
Yeah,
so you push it. That's how you kind of find that happy medium of obtainable goals and see where you can to find out. Because I whiteboard a lot of shit. Like right when we first started this show, I had a bunch of same shit like you were talking. Year goals. What I want to do this. I didn't want to repeat an artist for over a year. I wanted to say I was like we can get 52 fucking guests.
But like, there's nothing wrong with repeating artists. There's nothing wrong with bringing repeat guests because like.
We're definitely gonna do it. It's definitely gonna happen.
I've noticed from like some podcasts that I watch in my like personal time and
when
shit
they
like
repeat
that,
artists come out, the best ones,
dude.
Yeah.
It's like these people build their own following through your show. So then it's all of a sudden it's like, hey, I'm watching this show because I like when this dude's on.
Yeah.
But also these other guys rubbed off on me, so now I'm just tuned in.
And those
know what I
repeat,
mean?
man, those repeat guests, those are the ones that basically we deem as the cream of the crop.
I want to repeat. So don't everybody that's done the show. I hope your butthole didn't clench up. You're going to be on the show again. I want because everybody's always like, man, I got so much shit I didn't say. Yeah, I mean it happens. But I wanted to do 1 year without repeating. I was like, the first year, let's see if we can get 52 guests in the first year. We can convince 52 people to come talk to us. We have something. So I mean, in a town like this with enough talent, I said we can get 52 fucking guests, and you're gonna learn.
Yeah, no worries.
Some of you ain't gonna be on again.
Say it like
Everybody in the guest thread that we got just butthole clinched.
Yeah, man. Our phone's about to start dinging, man.
Well, when this comes out, I got a week to deal with it. I told you I was in an honorary mood today.
We're
Anyway,
gonna edit that shit out in post, man. Nobody is.
that's one thing we can't do. You gotta take them shots. Sometimes.
I keep saying that, and he always says that too. No. Just leave it straight.
Just leave it.
Dude,
Leave
here's the
I
thing,
agree.
dude.
I agree.
We've never edited a
my
fucking thing out of this show.
Dude, my thing is like if you can't handle the real, bro. I mean, I'm not editing shit for nobody.
I mean, not
dude.
everybody's a great interview.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna say names right now,
Sometimes
but
I'm not.
Fuck.
It'd be hard
Not everybody will take a
sometimes.
shot of Rumplemans with you either before you fucking have a show.
No.
Yeah, that was fucking tasted like a whole lot of regret.
Yeah, it tasted like what outside tasted like for the last fucking couple days.
That was a lot of regret with the walnut.
tasted like
finish.
snow squalls.
Yeah, snow squalls. Everybody got fucking. What asshole that runs that? I mean, I've been writing a bit about this. What asshole that has control? I mean, that thing supersedes iOS systems. It supersedes what phone you have, where you're at. That person can send out
That's
any
the emergency alert.
Well, who has the thumb on the button for that?
Yeah.
Well, how do you get that job? Because that dude reached into the fucking Farmer's Almanac to come up with some weird ass term that nobody's heard
Oh
of.
boy,
He's looking through the thesaurus.
That's that old fucking Harvest Moon shit.
Well,
dude.
they pulled in Farmer Bill from the tractor to write out the fucking message this week, and it was snow squalls amongst falling in Wichita.
You know he sounds like the dude from Pet Cemetery too. It's gonna be a squall today.
Gonna be a squall.
Yeah, it's gonna be a snow squall.
And that shit, and they like tripled down on it. I got like 3 fucking alerts about that shit.
Yeah.
Like they didn't edit it out at that time.
I'd be abusing that shit, man. Hey, everybody come to my open mic.
That's what I said. I was like, how do I get ad space?
Album drop.
Yeah,
Album drop nationwide.
Yeah.
On Spotify, man. Make sure you pre-save.
That was my fucking joke. I was like, let's see if we can advertise in this space. Is this viable space? Because you can send it to everybody.
Soon, I'm sure.
That is valuable.
That's like,
advertising,
you remember
man.
when
That's-
U2 put their album on everyone's phone?
Yeah.
And it was like, bro, what the fuck? Why does U2 keep playing on my shit?
Yeah, dude, it would just blow
The
up.
one
Especially
band
if you were an
like-
Apple.
Dude, the one band you don't want.
Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna lie.
I'd like if it would have been Rush, everyone would have been like, yeah, that's
Can
tight.
we all have a moment to say YouTube's not good? Like I don't
what parts?
I don't jam
All
their
of it? Are we saying all of it? Because
They
there are
got
some
some
parts of
songs.
YouTube that I like. There are some parts of YouTube I like.
Oh no, you too, the band.
Oh, U2. Yeah, all right. Yeah,
They're
you're
not
right.
good.
No, they're not. They're not. They've never been good.
Like that's like how are they a band? Like
I don't know, dude.
So every album of
They-
U2 is completely different than the last album from U2.
Well, I feel like they haven't found their sound, and this time it's time to quit.
It's been like since 1973, and they're still just trying to find their shit.
So back in the day, I was a blues. I'm a blues fan, and they had Rattle and Hum, and I thought that was a pretty decent record. But they did a song with like BB King.
I couldn't name a fucking YouTube song.
Is that one song? Is that one song?
Rattle and Hum was a record.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a whole album.
Yeah,
it's a whole album.
I couldn't name 5
And they had
YouTube
some cool
songs.
shit on it, man. I mean,
Bro, I gotta
every
be real,
album's
dude.
different. Every album's totally different.
When everyone says U2, I just think of the sunglasses, dude.
Yeah.
I just see sunglasses,
That's
like
so his brand.
coiffed hair, and I'm just
Well,
like,
and he doesn't even sing
cool,
most of the
this
songs.
dude's
Doesn't
just
the other motherfucker sing more than
no,
Bono?
Bono's a singer, man.
I thought they had another guy that sung in the band too.
No.
Like behind stage, she's like,
No, no, it's just some fucking angry bassist probably with a microphone back there. It's just him though. He's the only singer.
Bono, yeah.
yeah.
Bono.
God, Bono.
Oh, man, I
Wait,
couldn't
is that his name?
I could
Bono.
not. I
Oh,
could
yeah.
That's
not
his
name.
name.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like legal name.
Well, I don't know about
Is it
legal
like
name.
John Bono?
John
Like-
Bono.
I feel like I don't know his fucking
Like
name.
Led Zeppelin.
John Bono.
Don Bono.
Yeah.
No, he's like Sting
Yeah.
or Slash. He
Yeah,
just got
okay.
the one name. He's
Okay.
Bono.
Seal was the only good one.
The Edge.
Yeah,
the
Seal
Edge
was
a
actually
guitar player.
cool at least, and he got Heidi Klum, so he was doing something right. I mean, Seal has had a nice career. outside
Seal,
of-
hey man, you can't hate on Seal, dude.
Kiss,
Bro,
what's that? What's that?
Kissed by a fucking rose.
Oh man,
In the gray? Is it in
that's-
the gray?
I guarantee you, U2's stage
On
show
the gray?
is a bigger, better stage show than Seal's.
Is it gray?
YouTube, you two.
U2.
When they traveling,
Dude, when they do a tour, it's fucking huge,
Who?
man.
you two ain't traveling.
They're not traveling still.
Not still, but
They're
they-
making
they
soundtrack
did.
music for movies and shit.
Not even. Fuck no, dude. Nobody wants that shit.
right?
No one's calling you to like, hey, I got this great Disney movie. We have an idea. Can you sing? And he's like, oi, I think I can.
How did this band get so big?
Dude,
I don't know.
My sister's a huge fan.
They just downloaded their shit to everyone's shit illegally.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everyone
yeah.
was just like, you know what?
Great fucking
I guess
move.
we're going to accept them.
If you can buy off Apple,
Yeah.
do that, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, they were in at the infancy.
Yeah,
that
he
one,
was sucking
the
someone.
one iOS system that you downloaded had their whole fucking album on it, and you had to were subject to it for the first 15 minutes of opening
You
the phone.
couldn't delete it.
I mean, that's a great marketing
couldn't
move.
delete it.
I mean,
You couldn't delete it.
yeah, you could not fucking delete it from your fucking iTunes history. Though. I mean,
Genius.
That's brilliant.
Kissed by a rose on the gray. I knew it. What's the gray though?
is that the whole name of the song? Is called by
No, but
by a Rose.
it's Kissed by a Rose, but it's everyone thinks it's grave for some reason, but it's gray.
Kissed by a Rose on the
gray.
really.
fuck does that
doesn't.
even
Yeah,
mean?
exactly. It's like Liam Neeson in The Fray.
Yeah.
He's just looking like ready to like.
Yeah.
Is this like some Knights Templar shit that's
Yeah.
going to lead me to a buried treasure? And
I mean,
Nicolas Cage is
hopefully-
gonna be somewhere like with
I
a
mean,
fucking
I hope-
Declaration of
You know,
Independence.
if I can
just figure out the grave.
Yeah.
But you're on the shitty trail if Nicolas Cage is there.
Oh, yeah,
but if you
dude.
if Tom Hanks is
dude.
there, you're in the Da Vinci Code. We're doing cool things.
Bro.
Or you're on fucking Epstein's Island.
Oh,
Fuck. I don't know about Tom Hanks anymore, dude.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know
right?
about that dude anymore.
True.
That fucking dude disappeared
Fair
to
enough.
Greece.
But Epstein's Island,
Bro, I'm just
totally
saying,
fucking cool.
all that shit went down, dude, and he disappeared to Greece quick. And was like,
100%.
I am not American anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
all right, dude. We see you now.
Yeah, we see you. This
Forrest,
one-
you
yeah.
motherfucker.
That shit was, he is 100% right. That shit was hella sketch.
Yeah. I'm just saying, man. I got my eyes open here.
Yeah, when like super pedophile rings start falling and people start jetting out to
Yeah.
countries that you can't extradite them from. Yeah, that's a little sketchy.
It's a
ass.
little
but-
weird.
Yeah.
I mean, the timing was a little strange.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it.
Especially if it's like winter. Especially if it's like winter in that area.
Yeah.
They're walking around in coats.
Yeah,
it's like
dude.
you ain't
like,
here for the vacation.
you know the
and
fucking
shit.
avalanches have been hitting for like the last 3 months, and the fucking your family just living off goats and beans and shit. And you're just like, we gotta go. We're done.
There's a mountain bunker in Norway calling
Yeah,
my name.
And what's fucked up, you know it because they already got the shit.
Oh
It
yeah.
ain't like they got to make arrangements. They just bounce.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
no, they're like, look, this is our contingency plan.
If this Epstein shit ever hit the light of day,
Yeah,
Hey,
we got
yeah,
this.
we
We got
gotta
like
do it.
8 spots and like.
Well, if you notice, there hasn't been
Me and
any-
Prince Andrew were
since then.
halvesies.
Since then, we haven't had any good movies.
yeah.
Think about it,
Yeah.
dude. Where did all the good movies go? Where did all the actors go? They were
I think,
fucking.
Well, a little bit outside of conspiracy theories. Like a lot of it is all the production studios and movies have been bought up by separate entities. So you have like HBO Max owns this now, and Apple owns this
so
now.
Nobody's like, it's not like huge production. It's all HBO original. That makes sense. That actually makes a lot of sense. But also fuck pedophiles.
Yeah. Also, some of this shit is fucked up from pedophiles. So it ain't all just that. But a lot of it is you have like Netflix has their own studios.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
Disney has their own studios, and like none of those studios want to fucking work with each other. And net neutrality
which makes it good for artists, though. Yeah. Which makes it good for artists because right now is a good time for. I have a producer who makes all the beats for my albums. He just got a bunch of placements on Netflix.
See, and that's what I'm saying.
Well, and there's more platforms. There's more platforms.
They're all becoming platforms.
Yeah,
exactly. Disney's becoming their own platform. But now they buying content.
I'm not gonna front. I just watched all the National Treasures on Disney.
Me too. I do too. Over the last.
Is that why we're talking about Nicolas Cage right now?
Did you watch the show?
And I didn't watch the show.
I just watched the 2 movies.
Yeah, I didn't test it yet either. I was like, this is new and different. I hate it.
Yeah. And sometimes you need a little bit of that Nicolas Cage cringe for that show.
Okay, but he's not bad in those movies.
No, he's not. He's great in a lot of things.
There's things I like Nick Cage in.
Dude, if you don't like Lord of War or Snake Eyes, you don't like movies. Those are 2 great movies that he's in.
But Nicolas Cage...
We just released that dude. We just released the Lord of War
guy.
Dude.
Yeah, it is.
No way. That's the dude we traded for the girl.
Brittany Griner. Yeah.
We traded the Lord of War. Yeah, that movie was based on him.
That's literally who they wrote that movie after.
I need a sequel.
Yeah, the sequel about it's just a trade.
Yeah,
it's just super boring.
And you just walk them out,
but everybody goes to see it.
Yeah. I mean, I probably would.
But yeah, literally, he's right. That is exactly.
No shit, I did not. I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, he was basically Orlov, the guy.
Yeah, Yuri Orlov. Yuri Orlov.
That's who he was. That was him. But I mean, if you really look into because there's a documentary about this fucking cat other than that movie. I can't remember what it is, but it really goes into it. I mean, he supplied a lot of American allies with fucking like he's an arms dealer for us. Yeah. So like that's why it even says at the end of that movie,
we're in a shortage and we can't legally fly shit here. Call this guy.
He's a subcontractor for all of us. He's a subcontractor for
like Black Ops and shit.
Black Ops arms dealer.
Yeah, he is, and he's worked for every government. So like he's really.
Neutral. Every government.
He's neutral.
Yeah.
He's neutral.
But we just decided to give him to fucking Russia
for a fucking WNBA.
These motherfuckers are over there just fighting bears with concrete fists and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck, I don't know why.
Dude? I don't. And I'm not gonna shit on Brittany, but there's no reason that the America should have. Like folded to a tray. This is a girl with a couple of carts.
Okay,
of weed.
Okay, right. Here's my thing on it. I got to be honest. Like, I just think we could have did better. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if we're
why are we giving? We could have got her back,
and the military
dude.
Guy,
we could have been like, here's some fucking tanks or something. Like, I don't fucking know,
or at least a washer and dryer.
Yeah, dude, something. But like, my thing is like, we're gonna give up this
top
dude.
Loaders.
We're gonna give this fucking dude back to the number 1 country that wants to kill us. What? Why? Old girl has been there for 4 years. She knew the laws. She's chilling.
Well, she shouldn't. Well, the thing is why are we making trades for unjust things? Like she was unjustly prisoned for something that doesn't deserve a 9-year sentence.
How much money her family got?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of Brittany Griner, but there's no way that
I'm just gonna. It
just seems weird that we had to trade a
like there was no like bond situation. Like, hey man, like give us. No, I mean, it sounds like a ransom, kind of like give us $1 million, or like, but you pay a bond when you get in trouble and then you get out. So you're telling me there's no bond? That the bond was like, hey, we need this international arms dealer, and then we're gonna fuck you with him.
Yeah, and for you to get us you to give us just a citizen, like it doesn't even make sense. Like
it's like when we elected Donald Trump as president.
Yeah, it's literally like clown shoes, fuck, dude. Everything we've been doing has been fucking clown shoes. Yeah. It's been clown shoes.
Yeah, just realities like just keep shifting weird.
I think it's
all a simulation. I think they just keep testing us. And what will they put
how
up with
much
next?
can they take?
Let's make eggs $8 and see how long they live.
Yeah, dude, fuck.
Yeah, we're just banking until they revolt,
dude,
man.
Do you guys remember for I don't know, man. It was sometime after maybe around Katrina. They were shutting off access to people's EBTs to see what would happen.
No.
If people didn't have access to it. Yeah. Because like if a government collapses, You know what I'm saying? How are people going to act when they don't have access to like go get their food and shit? And there's fucking riots, dude.
Oh, instantly.
Riots.
Instantly.
It's just shit like that.
Well,
Like,
we're not the large popularity of the human race in America is not self-sufficient.
Oh no.
So like, I mean,
I'm not
either. I'm not gonna
front.
front. I ain't growing shit.
I'm not, bro.
You got livestock in your fucking backyard. I don't have shit back there.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I could probably. Here's my thing. Like, I'm good at a few things. I could fish. For sure.
Yeah, but I ain't eating fish every goddamn day. I'm gonna need a little steak every once in a while.
Oh, dude, but think about it like this: like if you can at least catch fish every day,
at least you can live.
You're outside enough that you'll eventually figure out how to catch that deer.
Yeah, you're alive.
Fair enough.
You're alive.
Yeah,
and you know where water is. You know
you can survive the learning curve.
Yeah,
but if you're I feel like if you're only eating protein from that water, though, you're gonna fish that pond now or fish that area out.
No, dude, that's why we got to dip out of Kansas.
Bro. Speaking of that, though, man,
because we're all gonna be fishing the same golf course.
Yeah, it's gonna be everybody.
We're all gonna be at the golf course ponds trying to fucking catch.
Just like these fucking.
And they're all gonna be empty in like a fucking month.
And then we're all those chemicals in the golf course in them and shit. People are just mutating.
The things to make the water blue.
Yeah.
Fuck. Well, I say that because that's where everybody. This is a doomsday. I hope is this live?
Sure.
We're not recording this for any reason, but I'm telling you right now, if you need fish when food goes crazy, there are so many fish in those golf course ponds because you can't fish them.
Yeah.
So like all of those
and
like
cemeteries
and cemetery ponds and and the ponds that are like by the Central County Zoo.
Yeah.
Those things are stocked full of fish because you can't fish them.
I always told myself like in post-apocalyptic situation I'd be a gravy king.
So explain that.
So like,
I mean, there's a lot of options with gravy king.
We're talking about boys. We're talking about real gravy here, boys. We're talking about the pure stuff.
Pan gravy.
Hell yeah.
Or sausage gravy.
Eventually, dude, I'm gonna get all the packaged gravy from every fucking store around here. Here's why: because eventually, shit's gonna start tasting bad, dude. And all you need to do is add water to gravy, dude. And I got gravy.
So you're gonna
I'm the king of flavor,
you're gonna monopolize gravies,
dude. In the post-apocalyptic world,
are you gonna take all the flour? Because we can make gravy with flour.
No, you can, but it's not gonna have the fucking flavor of the brown gravy.
All I need is a little bit of.
Dude, brown gravy over here.
You're gonna need some
gravy.
Do you motherfuckers
straight?
Do you? So hold on. Brown gravy or cream gravy?
Both.
Man,
I like them both, but which one?
Okay,
it does depend on what it's on.
The meal depends because like hot roast, brown gravy.
Turkey,
chicken fried steak, turkey gravy,
which is kind of brown
turkey gravy, which is like a light brown gravy.
Brown gravy for me. So it's turkey stock. It's turkey stock gravy.
And then
you still add flour to it.
Chicken fried steak gets the cream gravy.
Cream gravy. Biscuits and gravy gets the sausage cream gravy. Of course.
Exactly. You know what I mean? There's specific gravies, but if you corner that market before the apocalypse hits, you're a king.
So buy pockets of gravy.
I got you.
Buy now. Buy gravy now.
When you hear an idea like this, you know it. Buy packets of gravy right now and just stockpile that shit. Stock
fucking gravy.
Because you're gonna eat all these fucked up trout and fucked up catfish from the golf course.
Just like you gotta sometimes
some
have
roadside
to eat.
possum.
Dude, what if you had to eat just grass for that meal, but you had gravy in your pocket?
You just honestly, I feel like in that situation you just eat the gravy only.
Just be chugging gravy.
Just like
I think in this situation, I'm just gonna eat the gravy only in these situations. So, but if it's a low caliber protein, say we're killing mice to survive, then the gravy king is going to be a real thing.
You have to.
Do you dip it or do you fork it?
The mouse?
Well,
I think that's dippable, man.
It's a nugget.
You dip it and then you rebake it with the gravy on it.
Yes.
Come on, dude.
Post-apocalyptic cooking show.
You have to. You got to get the gravy inside of the meat.
So as soon as the shit hits the fan, who can corner the market on gravy fastest?
It's going to be me.
You're already ahead of me.
I'm spending my music fortune on gravy as we speak.
Investment in the future.
Yeah, I'm just investing in myself.
He's got like this whole storage unit just full
and someone like, it's going to be like one of those auction shows where someone like buys the unit like 30 years later and they're going to be like, dude, we just paid like $3,000 for this unit. And it's just going to be like fucking cartons of gravy.
Just all powdered gravy. What the fuck?
Is this going to be sold after a single packet mixed gravy?
You just got to open every single one of those like it's fucking gravy everywhere. I might leave like a $5 bill just like in the back of it, like
There's like a bag of shrooms in the back. Or something.
Just like, thanks for finding me. Cheers.
Enjoy the gravy.
You're welcome for the gravy.
Have an eighth while you fucking sort through all these things.
Dude, I'd be so fucking mad if I bought
Yeah.
a unit and it's just like nothing but fucking powdered gravy, dude.
Well, it depends on, are we in this gravy shortage that we
No,
thought we were in?
no, the economy's booming.
There's gravy everywhere.
The gravy is not in shortage.
It's for free in dispensers on every corner.
Oh god, yeah. It's the new ketchup. It's in all the fucking tube things have gravy in them now.
You get packets now. Gravy in them.
That's funny.
In some parallel universe, gravy is the ketchup. Gravy is the ketchup.
For some people in this universe, gravy is ketchup.
Well, I mean, I feel like
I'm with you on some of
I
that.
like
man.
Me too.
ketchup.
I would dip fries.
Ketchup's kind of garbage, man.
you
Like,
can
Do you
dip
put
fries.
ketchup on eggs?
No,
Do you
God,
put
no.
ketchup
Hell
on eggs?
no.
Okay.
Hell
No, I don't
I'll
need
come back to this podcast then.
My husband does,
dude,
man.
that's a weird. That's a
That
weird.
shit is weird.
It is
Bro.
weird. Well, to me, what's weird about ketchup, even if we get into a little bit of a ketchup, they've added so much sweetness to ketchup that it's not
Oh,
the
yeah.
same.
That's what I'm
anymore.
trying to say.
It's so sugary.
I don't remember
Yeah.
ketchup as a kid though, because I didn't like it as a kid either. Really, so like,
What do you eat on it? I like it on a hamburger. That's the only place I use it. I like it as the
I'd
lubricant.
rather have mayonnaise.
Yeah, for real.
I've
Mayonnaise.
actually, as the older I've got, I've liked a little mayonnaise ketchup mix.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not bad.
yeah.
Fancy
For fries,
sauce,
for sure, for
Fancy
fries.
sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like sriracha in my ketchup. That's the only way I
Man.
eat ketchup.
Oh, I like a little
Oh, I
Tabasco
love
sauce.
sriracha. too.
Sriracha, and then I mix it up.
That
and then it's
Whataburger spicy ketchup.
But it's got to be. So I guess I like spicy ketchup. But like the sriracha makes it taste better.
It makes it taste not as sweet. Like to me, like ketchup is
Ketchup
not
is
so
too
fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Like if if you're eating eggs, I'm not looking for a sweet meal. Why the fuck would I add ketchup to it? Like it just sweetens
And
it
not
up.
only that, but fucking the
Aliens do
water.
shit.
There's just so much water.
What time are
Are
we
we
at?
already at an hour?
No.
Nah.
What?
I was like,
35?
man.
Shit, yeah.
The gravy,
I just
gravy
check it,
took
man.
over, dude. That conversation, we got deep on that.
Dude, I'm already. I mean, while we were talking, I bought fucking 4 packets of gravy on that.
hey, but we was talking about what's on your burger, right?
Oh, yeah.
You guys ever go to Sonic and when they ask you ketchup or no, what do they say? Mayonnaise and
It's
mustard.
your story.
Mayonnaise and mustard,
right?
yeah.
That's Sonic, but you say the Baja sauce.
What's the Baja
I didn't even know.
sauce?
Dude.
Bro.
You got
What's
some
Baja
cheat,
sauce?
You got some fucking cheat
That's
code.
like this
Yeah, I do.
Mulan Szechuan sauce.
Yeah, from the fucking
That's
Rick
the
and
money.
Morty.
The Szechuan, but I remember
Yeah,
Szechuan.
I knew. It was only out when that movie came.
When Mulan came out.
When Mulan
You
came
had to
out.
be alive for fucking the drop of Mulan to get the Szechuan
I had the
sauce.
Szechuan
Did you guys get the
I had
reboot?
it,
Did you guys get the reboot when they
Yeah,
did it
yeah,
back
of
here.
course.
Well,
of
Rick
course,
and
of course.
Morty single-handedly
Rick and Morty,
brought the
yeah, they
Szechuan
brought it
sauce
back.
back.
Thank God for Rick and Morty.
Dude, I'm
man.
just saying, like, think about what kind of hold you have on America when you can bring back a McDonald's sauce.
That's
Yeah,
power.
that is power. That's
That's
power.
we all wanted it.
Yeah.
As
So
soon
it-
as we heard it, we were like, a
Oh yeah,
documentary?
it was.
What? I know
so-
Mulan.
And
So let's say Rick runs for president.
Okay.
Fucking A, right?
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
I mean, if he's got
good.
the portal gun, he's.
But it has to be the actor can only talk in Rick voice every time.
He has to dress like him too. I
And has
picture him
to,
looking like
All
Christopher,
his public address are animated.
we just like find someone who looks exactly like Rick, but then they just
Christopher
play
Lloyd.
his voice and they do the voice acting
Willem
over
Dafoe.
it.
No, Christopher Lloyd, man.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Christopher Lloyd would be a good
Christopher Lloyd's probably the best
But
candidate.
I mean, maybe not now because he's probably close to. I mean, he's getting old, guys.
is he still alive?
Yeah,
Thank
barely,
God.
barely.
God bless him.
Barely.
Let's keep our
Willem
eyes on
Dafoe
him.
would be a good one. though.
William Dafoe would be good for everything.
William Dafoe is an angel.
He's one of my favorite.
He
he's a
should-
national goddamn treasure. One of our best actors.
Yeah.
He's-
I'm a big fan of William Dafoe.
I mean, you can't. He's great in everything he does. I like everything he's ever been in. Really, he changed. He made a great movie greater when you put him in the Boondock Saints as a homosexual FBI agent.
Yeah, that like is.
What's
into
up,
his
I
work.
I mean, like you give him such a B-list like role in a movie that didn't expect to do shit. Like that
Right.
movie had
It's
no
one of the
fuck.
greatest movies ever.
And it's
Dude, this number
because
2 is a turd though. Like
honestly,
Yeah,
number two is not as bad.
It's not
Yeah.
terrible, but,
But
it's not.
it falls victim to I can't believe Avatar's not dealing with this, but it falls victim to they waited too long to make the next movie.
But Avatar is just like a continuation of number 1.
But they've waited 10 years.
But they also already filmed 3 and 4.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So we're gonna get them in.
3 is done. 4 is like 2 months away from.
So
being
every
finished.
20 years we get one? Is that
I don't
what
know.
They're not gonna hold it this
I
long.
mean, I'm
now.
not the fucking Avatar spokesman.
Well,
but-
if there for a minute, it sounded like you had some inside goddamn
I mean,
info.
here's the thing. The only
so-
reason I know that, dude, is because I got friends who fucking just like eat that shit up and they'll like talk to me about all of that. And I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck about Avatar.
Well, I mean, I liked
Find
it.
better shit to do with your day, bro.
I mean, I
Just
like
like
the first
hanging
movie. I like the first movie.
It was
It was
good.
good. It was good. Hey, but Avatar was The Last Samurai, was Dances with
Wait.
Wolves.
Yeah, it's Cowboys versus Indians.
First of all, if we're gonna bring up Last Samurai, dude, dude, whoa, not even in the category of Avatar.
No, I'm saying it's the same storyline, straight out.
Is it?
Straight out, dude.
Plot-wise.
Is it?
And Dances with Wolves.
That hurts
It's
my
Cowboys
soul.
and Indians,
dude.
man.
God
Cowboys and
damn,
Indians, bro.
basically-
But the Last Samurai was such a fucking masterpiece.
Military
Great
guy.
movie. A great movie.
Military guy goes to a post that
Yeah.
nobody wants.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
Cowboys and Indians, bro. It's the same story.
Is
yeah.
made to fight these people, but totally
But joins,
identifies
falls in
with
love,
them,
okay, yeah,
joins
yeah,
them.
yeah,
falls in
you're
love
right,
with
you're
them.
right, you're right. How could I not see
Yeah,
it?
I mean,
same
fucking
story as
Tom
ever
Cruise,
was.
dude.
Ever was.
He's America's sweetheart.
Well,
I love him.
Yeah, well, I still haven't watched. They just put it out on HBO Max. Finally, I haven't watched the new
Top Gun.
Top Gun yet.
I haven't seen it either.
I watched Black Adam. They put that motherfucker out on.
Oh,
I just
shit.
watched the
I've been
new
wanting to see
Coming
that
to
one. I didn't know they
America.
put
It's
that
on
out.
HBO Max now. You can watch it on HBO.
All right,
I watched the new Coming to America.
I heard it wasn't good.
I thought it was great.
All right, I'm gonna watch it.
Here's
then.
why. Here's why. Just the storyline made it great.
Okay.
The storyline. I'm not gonna say.
Well, I
anything.
love Eddie too. So
It gets to the point. I mean, it's very like. I feel like it's maybe like an hour and 10 minutes. It's kind of short.
Okay.
It's kind of short, but it's like, dude, it's fucking great.
I like that though.
And they have like hitters in this movie, dude. Matumbo's in this movie.
No shit?
All kinds of shit, dude. Yeah, they just brought.
he fingers?
They just what they basically did is like they took the fucking classic remake like they do with every movie, except they put a bunch of fucking A-list African American celebrities in it, and they're killing it.
Good.
It's fucking
yeah.
amazing.
Well, I'll have to watch it
It's
then.
fun. Yeah, it's great. It's super great.
What platform is it on? Do you know? Is it on HBO Max?
watch it on-
I feel like it's on HBO
I feel
Max.
like it is on HBO Max.
Eddie Murphy
no,
kinda lost
Prime.
me, though, man.
Prime.
Well,
It's
Ed-
on Prime Video.
I got that too. So
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
watch
it's on
it.
Prime.
Well, Eddie Murphy just disappeared a little bit. He took a bunch of money to do kids shit, and then he kind of disappeared. He's still one of the funniest men.
But why? Yeah, I mean, he's done.
Yeah.
He's
He
really
owned the stand-up game. He owned the adult entertainment
he's the
game.
best. He was
He already
probably
Went
did
to
it.
children's
He already
shit.
did.
he was the best sketch
Yeah.
artist and writer on Saturday Night Live probably ever.
Yeah.
So I mean, he was
So,
he had nothing left to accomplish, honestly.
And I totally understand the move of like, all right, my kids are of a certain age. I'm gonna kind
So
of
I'm
focus
just
on my
wanting to
kids.
do
I'll be
fucking
there.
family
And
movies.
Disney,
Yeah, yeah.
Because then you can have your kids on set. Not only can you have your kids on set, but they can be
I'm
involved
curious-
in the movie
and those
somewhere.
movies pay you hundreds of
I'm
millions.
curious
of
now
dollars.
to see what he's gonna do.
He's talking
If
about
he's gonna
coming
go back to his roots, is he gonna go back to like?
I don't know,
this is
dude.
the
I
same
don't know.
Eddie
Like,
Murphy,
he
man.
looks
My-
good though.
my
He
kids
looks
is-
super good in the movie. He looks like
Well,
really healthy.
he ain't fucking.
He's looking
Is he
good.
funny?
Yeah.
He
Dude,
funny?
yeah,
It's
he's
Eddie-
classic.
it's
Yeah, it's
Eddie
Eddie
fucking
Murphy,
Murphy.
dude. It's Eddie Murphy.
Classic ain't always funny though. Like,
Okay, it's like
Eddie
it's
Murphy's always
like
funny.
he did good. He did good for it being a remake of like a movie that really shot his career up.
like 20 years ago.
Yeah, I mean he
Or more.
really
Yeah.
More maybe.
Dude, it's good. It's just all around. Like I watch it and there are a few corny parts. I mean, you know, like with
But
every
that's-
To
but
me,
it's
every movie's got
but like
that. Yeah.
these days, I feel like even more so, just because people are so sensitive about fucking everything.
Yeah.
It's a lot more prevalent in movies now. It's like, oh, we got to make sure, you know, everyone's included and everyone.
Yeah, you
No,
have
you know,
to-
we're
you
walking
do.
on eggshells. And,
Well, you have to address a lot of things now.
dude, and it's like, fuck addressing anything. I just want to fucking laugh. Sorry, I'm sorry if
real.
that sounds callous, but like,
It doesn't to
But
me
that's
because
real,
as a
though.
joke writer and as a person that
Like,
portrays,
dude.
like, it's really hard to write comedy.
like if you're involved with a film or music or a podcast or whatever, and like you're like, you know, politically based or it's an event inspired something, sure. You know, make
Yeah,
that,
walk on
make-
eggshells
there's-
for those things.
There's
That
your
makes sense.
message. There's your message. But like when it comes to like let me have my fucking comedy, dude. Like Adam Sandler used to be the funniest motherfucker, dude.
Well, everybody
Yeah.
used to be.
Everyone used to be. I mean,
funny.
yeah, everyone used to be
Everybody
the
used
funniest.
you
But
can't-
now it's like
You can't, like, you used to get, like, if you just go back and look, just at major releases, at movies, and all I mean by major releases, a movie that hit the movie theaters, you used to get 5, 6 comedies every couple months.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't get, you get 2 a
now
year.
it's like the comedies are just like rated R. They're mostly just like some vulgar shit that happens in the movie. It's like
Yeah, well, it has to be either pratfalls and like physical comedy,
Yeah.
or something that's super woke comedy.
You
can't,
that
like-
genre has
you
also been
can't,
expanding
like-
quite a bit.
Like
man.
it's one of the funniest movies ever is Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd, and they do blackface in that movie
Yeah.
and get away with it because like your intent in
Dude.
comedy is always what works.
what's funny is the fucking Ringer. The Ringer would never pass today.
Oh
That
my
is
God,
one of the
all right.
greatest fucking
Johnny
movies on this
Knoxville.
planet. Dude, it really is.
Yeah, what?
I'm sorry, dude. I don't give a fuck. That shit was funny. When that dude came out and was like, "You scratch my CD," and I was like, "God damn it, dude. You motherfucker. You scratch that dude's CD." The Ringer, dude, would never pass today.
No.
But like that's a classic movie.
Well, you can
that's a
even-
classic
I mean,
movie.
you can. There's a ton of movies that if you go back, like if you fast
if you
forward,
try to drop them today,
yeah, like even 10 years ago, even fucking 10 years ago. There's
so great,
I mean,
dude.
there's tons of spots if you go back and look at some TV shows that you watched a little bit ago. You're like, ooh, how'd they get away with that? Well, this is fucking 10 years ago.
Well, yeah. And now, like, Short Round is super cringy. Like, you go back and you watch Goonies and shit, and Indiana Jones, you're like,
Well, the way they treated the Asian kid is like super
Yeah,
like
that's
fucking.
what I mean.
there are some movies now where I see something, I'll be like,
Yeah.
Well, and there's like some super
Yeah.
molesty parts.
do I feel like this now because of how society is, or have I always felt this way?
Did I always see it?
Did I always
Yeah,
see it?
you
Because
did.
I used to laugh at it.
Yeah.
So did I
Right.
always see it, or am I just now understanding exactly what that is?
Like, oh shit, they just exploiting stereotypes right now.
Yeah,
and-
like maybe I'm fucking stupid for
damn it.
looking laughing at that.
Well, it really is. You learn.
yeah.
that's the
learn.
conversation
Yeah.
right
You
there.
really learn.
That's the real conversation.
Like you don't get to be held accountable for what you
But
thought when you were
also,
12.
I feel like, but
Well,
also like
you don't have-
comedy. It's hard to put a parameter around comedy. It's hard to put a parameter.
I
it.
think
That's
my
it.
parameter around comedy, and not a lot of people are going to like this. If it's funny, it plays. Like if it's funny and it's well written,
Yeah.
even because a lot of the best comedy, unfortunately, has to come at somebody's expense.
So what do you think about satirical rappers?
What do you mean? Like
Satirical comedy rappers like Little Dicky or
they shine in some
Weird
areas
Al.
and shine in some of
do you
their.
think do you think like they belong in the music world or the comedy world?
Both.
It's a both thing.
And I'll say to you the same thing you said to me right before we started this. I can't stifle anybody's art. Like,
Yeah, facts.
like if you can,
Facts.
if you write some
I don't
funny
have to
shit,
appreciate it either.
yeah, I don't have to fucking appreciate it, and I don't have to love it or support it or promote it. But I like if that's the way you write comedy, like if that's the way it comes to you, then
I'm not going to shut you down.
why
Yeah,
not?
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna shut you
and
down,
there's always
but,
going to
like,
be somebody else.
That's
If you,
something I kind of struggle with. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of an asshole in that sense.
No, dude, you don't have to appreciate it.
yeah,
You know
that's
what
the
I mean?
difference.
You don't have to like back it.
But have you ever you've never said like, hey, maybe this area of what you're doing isn't your cup of tea?
Well, that's
Just as a
constructive.
fr-
That's
you know?
yeah, that's constructive criticism. That's fair enough.
If they take it like that, it is.
Well, and you're
You know what I
entitled
mean?
to your opinion, and they can,
Yeah.
do what they want. I mean, because there's some shit I don't like. I mean,
Yeah,
you
dude,
know,
I mean-
and I'm willing to tell motherfuckers, this is why I don't like it. But
Yeah.
they can take it.
It's really.
Yeah.
I ain't got to
it
tell
really
nobody
matters.
to stop.
No.
Well, I have told a couple people to stop.
I won't say stop, but I'll be like, man, you should look into like this side of it instead of doing this.
Yeah, that's fair. You always
Suggestive.
giving them another
It's a
angle.
suggestive quit.
I very rarely will tell anybody to not do something. If they
Have
wanna
you?
do it.
How many times have you told
A
someone
couple
not
people
to?
there was a couple people that were just like trying to sing, and they were really bad singers, and I was
Yeah.
like, you can't sing.
Man.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you should
That
try to tell
part.
people that if they really, really can't sing, and I can't sing. So I would hope if I went on, was like balls deep in a song somewhere and like really loving it, and you were like, dude, you can't sing.
Bro,
I would
you
hope you
about-
would tell me.
Yeah, have a step flat, man.
Yeah, it's like maybe this ain't for you. Maybe this ain't for you. Find a good table and talk to some people.
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of. I mean, and that's where I'm at.
Maybe you should look up like sacking groceries.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Maybe
what I'm saying?
maybe try podcasting. Maybe you're not a singer.
But no, but like, look, man,
See if you're funny.
that shit really only works out if they respect your opinion.
I mean, yeah.
And we
Right,
have to
right.
earn some trust
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
You should, and all those opinions should come from a place that's not negative.
Yeah. Don't,
Well,
and not going up to random people.
Yeah, just being like,
dude,
your shit
just
art-
got
your-
off stage. That was ass.
Your art sucks.
I like to do the compliment sandwich. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? To where I'd be like,
slide one in
be
the
like, hey man,
middle.
I got to give you total props for getting on stage, trying that shit. Now you was a little pitchy in some spots, but really your
But
presentation
stage
was
more-
good.
Yeah.
You know, like,
See, yeah.
compliment sandwich.
Yeah, you gotta, yeah, because it's sometimes it's too potent for people these days.
Right.
Yeah.
What?
People just all sensitive and they don't understand it.
Yeah, but you still always should be.
The
upfront with
creative
everyone.
world, man, the arts and entertainment world
And
has been harsh for fucking ever.
But
and I
yeah,
don't
dude,
understand
it's
people
been
coming
harsh.
into it
But
now.
as
like,
artists, we're all sensitive. That's the thing. We're all sensitive about our shit. That's the fucking problem.
It is.
We're sensitive and we're giving it out to people to be like, here, judge me. but do it
like,
right.
nicely.
Do it the way I want.
Actually, just echo chamber what I want to hear. Tell me I'm doing great.
That's the tough thing about being an artist, man.
Well, yeah, it is. And I, as I hang out with you guys and I learn more about artists, you guys are all really humble.
You're from here? You're from Wichita?
Yeah, I'm from Wichita, and getting to do this show and meeting artists, new artists every
How
week.
many? So how many artists have you done so far
in
the show?
In this show,
Well, shit, we're 37 now.
37. So
You're 37.
yeah, you're 37.
That's a good number.
And then we're give and take. Some shows have had 2 or 3 artists.
Cool.
And
Yeah, true.
and then there's been probably good
So
80%.
what have you learned from the artists that you've
Well,
had on? Like as a
collective,
Yeah.
you're all extremely insecure about the art that you make. And that's fair because it's hard to watch my podcast back too.
Well,
I haven't watched one single podcast.
Why?
Back all the way.
Because I
you
do
don't
it.
want to see yourself or what?
Because I do it. Because I'll do it.
It's already out there, man. It's already out in the ethos.
He knows I'll clip it. And
I mean, I'm gonna lie.
I can sit and beat myself up all day. What matters to me is what they all see.
I'm kind of on his
You know what I
lane.
mean?
I care about my shit until it drops. Once it drops, it's done.
And you're
It's
making
dead.
new stuff already
It's dead.
anyway. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and like that's like something I've kind of struggled with in my career is like, dude, for a long time I thought I had enough music. I thought like, oh, dude, I'm about to drop my 3rd album. I'm working on my 4th album. Holy fuck,
Right.
dude. Kasky has 22.
Ballistic got 20. He
Ballistic
local guy.
got 20.
Yeah.
He's local. You know what I'm saying? You
Well,
never
and-
have enough, and the work never stops. So
Well,
the thing
especially
is,
in
like,
hip hop, it's the most produced content ever.
Dude, it is.
Why?
It is.
Why would we stop, man?
And why does
Do we just think
can we have a
arrived?
moment? How come
Yeah.
every other genre gets to get away with taking 15 years to make an album, but in
They
hip
don't.
hop you
Here's
gotta have
why,
10?
but
They don't
here's-
get away with it either.
They don't. Number one, they don't get away with it. People have more patience with it because you have a collective of human beings. I mean, you can get in there and knock shout out to Rudy and Tula and all them. They got in there and they're knocking out an album right now with whatever Midtopia or
Yeah,
something.
I heard
like
a
that.
little sneak peek
Yeah.
earlier today. That was
So,
awesome. That was good.
When you have a group with synergy, it's easy to get done or it's
Yeah.
hard to get done. That being because like every one of those people, unless they've already committed to your dream, because that's what
They
it
got
takes.
their own vision too.
That's what it takes. Like you have
Fair
to
enough.
find the people who are playing for you. Got to believe in what you're doing, right? They have to commit themselves to your dream. It was my dream to be a rapper. It wasn't my dream to have a band.
Right.
Yeah,
And
or
now
play
I have
those
a fucking
instruments.
band.
But dude, I'm going to tell
I
you
have
the
one of the
band,
best bands in the city.
and
like,
I think the band sets you apart in that genre.
100% it does.
Like
100. There's no
I
one
think it
else.
is-
Yeah, you're not
There's-
plugging a phone into a fucking.
There's nobody else. In
There is
this-
now.
I mean, there's dude. Here's the thing. Okay, and here's my opinion on all that shit, bro. It's like
Oh, you struck a chord there.
I don't fucking.
You guys
I
are talking
don't-
about some shit I don't even know.
Don't worry about it.
I don't judge anyone. You know what I'm saying? A good idea is a good idea. Period. If it worked for this gym,
Or for
then that
Jay-Z,
gym's gonna
man.
copy it.
Like,
if
I
it
get
worked
it.
for this fucking restaurant, that restaurant across the street's probably gonna try
Well,
it.
I'm copying Joe
You
Rogan's
know what I'm
fucking
saying?
model, so I mean,
Yeah, straight up, straight up.
So
Yeah.
the thing is like.
We learned from pioneers.
fuck
When
yeah, we do.
when I first put the band together and we first started moving around the city, I was the only one in town who was doing a live band with hip hop
and
then-
doing hip hop music, not doing metal hip hop.
Yeah.
No,
doing
yeah,
real
it's not.
hip hop
Yeah, it's
music.
not like new metal
just,
stuff.
Just so you
or
know,
like-
it's not the
yeah,
new metal stuff.
Yeah,
It's like
it's like
this is
it's
a
like
rhythm
this
and
is like
blues.
this is jazz
hip-hop,
blues,
yeah.
hip hop type
I just
shit.
wanna make that clear
And
for all our listeners.
I'll send you a clip if you want. So you
Yeah,
can,
yeah,
like,
dude.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
send
yeah,
y'all
yeah.
a
We'll
clip.
put it on. We'll put it on the show.
But yeah, dude. So like, it just kind of these days, dude. It's more flattering when I see artists and other people trying.
you.
It's not even copying me as much as it is like everyone wants to be successful, but no one wants to put in the work to be successful. So what's easier? Watching what works and then just doing that and taking
Well, that's the
that.
American way.
Well, hey, man,
So like to a degree, much respect and love to everyone who's doing their thing right now, but like, bro, that's like putting up fucking cocaine to a fucking 6-hour energy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. What's nice about you people emulating your style is you now become the original one of that style.
So, yeah.
So
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
become
yeah,
like
yeah,
they're
there's
paying
so
respect.
No, absolutely. And I
Yeah.
mean, I like I said, like it's love and respect coming from everywhere on my end, but it's just you just see it and you're like, damn, dog, like.
Well, at your
You know,
first,
I know.
at first, well, we had a few people like try to instantly jump on trying to do the exact same thing we did in the
Yeah.
first few months that we started this podcast. And at first, I had the same like reaction to it, like that.
It's like,
Butt-
what are you
like that
fucking trying
butthurt-
to? What are you trying to
yeah,
do?
like that butthurty, cringy
it's
feeling,
Like, what the
like-
fuck are y'all doing, man?
Yeah, like, but then I was like, wait,
I don't
But-
feel that. I genuinely just don't feel that.
I
man.
had it for a minute, and I could get past it and analyze
Well,
it.
dude, here's the thing. It's good. Like, dude, we're all human. So, like, every emotion deserves its recognition and feeling.
Well, when it's your idea, you're like, that's my idea.
No, yeah, and so like, dude, there's been times where like I've had an idea in my head, and then 2 weeks later I'll see something on TV, and I'll be like, no fucking way, dude, and I still feel the same way, and it's not because my idea is being taken, it's because like it's my own fault for not executing on
that idea.
better.
No,
You know?
and it's this too. It's a signal that you're on the actual pulse of shit.
Well, yeah,
you know what I mean?
it is.
And
It
that's
is.
it.
on the
And-
actual point.
and to further my story, that's how after I got past the cringy butthurt part of it, I was like, oh, okay, so like this is something that's cool because people want to do this too. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
I think
They're
it's a
seeing
fucking honor, man.
I do
think
too.
it's an honor.
I do too.
It adds
If
to the value.
That means I'm doing something right. Yeah,
If
I'm
me
doing something
doing a
right.
thing gave you the courage to do the same thing,
Cool.
fine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great.
and maybe we can learn from
Let
each other.
me-
Maybe you
let
got a
me
different
knock
idea.
down
but-
these trees
I
and
guess-
shit
I
your
guess
way and
in
follow
my-
me, man.
I guess in my
If that's how
mind,
I gotta
like,
be.
I'm so because I'm not from here. I'm not from Wichita, and like
Where you from,
Missouri. I'm from Columbia.
I know. I was just
We know, but they don't know.
Yeah, so Kansas
Just because we
City-
talked about it
from
while we were
Kansas
smoking a
City to
joint, don't mean everybody
Columbia.
knows.
From Kansas City to Columbia, that's my that's my existence. And then obviously down here too. But it's just, to me, I want to see people take something that I create and do more.
Run with it.
Yeah.
Do more. Be better. If you're gonna,
And that's why I'm not afraid of them taking my shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna
Just
do
not.
it, if you're
Well, ain't
gonna
none
do
of
it,
it- I
I
mean-
want you to do it. And like, my thing is like, at this point in time, sometimes when you start copying someone else's formula, you stray from your own alignment, from your own path,
Right.
and that's a problem. And that's when you get down to like shit not getting done, canceling shows. There's just a whole bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, if you're gonna dial in on someone else's lane, then make sure that you're still able to differentiate instead of watching what I'm doing or trying to make sure the moves I'm making are something that align with you, that you're still on your own path.
Right.
Is the problem I have.
If
with
you're
it.
going to try my shit that I put in front of you,
Yeah.
do it better than I did.
Yeah.
Well, you
have to.
expand on
well,
that.
like
Have to.
you learn from it. Like, so that's what I wanted to do on a dumbed down scale. Like you take an idea and you kind of make it your own, but you do have a template of some sort to try to figure it out. I
Fuck
think.
yeah, I hope so.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
hope so. And you base it on
it's
some
hard.
shit that works.
As an artist, I can tell you, for a lot of these hip hop cats that I talk to and just get to interact with, a lot of them don't have that formula. A lot of them aren't even BMI ASCAP registered. They're not registering.
They don't know what that is, bro.
Well, I have
even
one
know
Has
what it
anyone
is.
came on this show and explained it to anybody?
Yeah, to explain
You
it,
guys-
you got
Not really, man. Yeah, you can
Okay,
be the first.
so
Yeah.
if you're listening to this, dude, and you're a local artist and you're trying to get yourself onto bigger platforms and get bigger stages, you have to copyright yourself as an artist and everything that you create.
Yep.
And not only do you have to do that, but you have to monetize from that. Otherwise, you're just, I mean, you can have a good hobby, I guess.
Yep.
You know, but
You
Well,
can
that's
sell
enough for
CDs to
somebody.
all your
So
friends and
That's
family.
enough. That's enough for somebody.
so
Some
BMI and
people-
ASCAP trademarks you and everything you do as an artist.
They're
BMI,
performance
ASCAP.
rights organizations.
It's BMI or ASCAP. I'm registered under both because they both pay.
And there's a CSAC.
Yeah.
There's a CSAC as well. It has a lot of European.
So like, I do
Canadian.
both because I'm getting a paycheck from both.
Right.
Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, we should do that.
You 100% should.
Can we do that with our podcast?
100%.
That's something we need to
You
like fucking do. Like,
absolutely. Because
say it again. Say it again.
BMI
BMI and
ASCAP.
ASCAP. CSAC.
It's
And
for artists.
BMI and what's the other one?
ASCAP.
How do you spell it?
ASCAP.
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 Yeah, this is something we need to look
It's only
into.
going to cost you like
We're getting enough material out
$50
there
to
that we should.
$75 per website, but it registers you and your trademark for
Yeah.
life.
And you can become your own publisher through them.
You-
and that's
and
about
then,
155,
yeah,
I want to
you
say.
Well, how do you know all
can.
this shit? We ain't done this shit yet, you mother.
Because it's just
Wait,
dude,
there,
it's a
yeah.
process,
Yeah,
dude.
it's
It's
a whole
just a
damn-
And
process.
I know we're new still, but still.
And
So that
it's,
doesn't help my fucking joke, though.
It's one of those things that like, if you're not BMI ASCAP registered and you are an artist trying to get, let's say, at the Cotillion or Interest Bank Arena, They're not. How are they going to How are they going to pay you? You got to fill out a tax form with your fucking.
That's annoying as fuck. If you got all this shit already done already, it's way easier.
But basically, BMI and ASCAP, they're
dropping knowledge on you right here. So Charles is putting a lot of knowledge
on. Some money, but realistically, I'd rather get that check.
I know, right?
Because I want you to cut me more checks.
You put like a sideways lean on that chair. You about put a whole lot of faith in this one. All right, so before we get to the end of this motherfucker, where can we find everything, Sir Charles?
On every major media outlet, on every platform. Sir Charles,
it's all Sir Charles 3.
Sir Charles.
I. Roman numerals, motherfucker. I know you don't know cursive and shit these days. Oh, and before we get too far out of this, we had a fan write us a letter that I want to mention.
Oh yeah,
we had a fan of the show hand us a letter at the bar on Christmas Day, and say some very nice compliments about us. We ain't gonna put you on blast and put you out there, but they gave us some compliments about helping local music and being a muse for them when they were down. And me and Aaron just wanted to make a funny show, and we wanted to have artists on. We wanted to help the local music industry and help the local artists get out there and get seen. And if we're helping you in any shape or form, I can't be more happy to.
If they're helping you, share this shit.
Yeah, they do.
Helping
and
you.
They are
help you, help us, man.
And this person is an advocate of the show and helps us a lot. So, and we want to shout out to her. We'll keep it anonymous still, but shout out for the lovely note that you wrote us. And if we're helping anybody else out there, great. That's what we hope for. We hope Sir Charles Music helps. We hope all them. And don't you guys first and foremost share a band member? Do we? Almost,
Ryan Baker.
Yeah, that guy. That's my boy.
Yeah,
that's
Ryan Baker is the shit. Yeah, shout out to Ryan Baker.
Yeah, shout out to Ryan.
I didn't want to get out of here without giving him a shout out.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you.
I almost forgot. You know what's funny, man? Is I play in a band called Terry Quiet Band, and there's a guy named Ryan Baker. He's my drummer's brother.
Yeah,
and he's like our manager guy.
Yeah.
So I got two Ryan Bakers in the music world of my life.
Weird.
Yeah.
Well, the one Ryan Baker that I know. That is the guitarist for you. He's the Orphan John guitarist, right?
Yep.
And he's in you.
He's a good guy.
And he's a great fucking guitarist. Goddamn. I like to watch him play. He's like a fun.
Actually, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He's actually a piece of fucking shit.
I think we went too long on the compliment meter. It is time to throw.
Right.
It's actually we're changing the band name to Sir Charles and the Fuck Around Gang. So
Sir Charles and the Fuck Ryan Gang. Is that what it was?
Yeah. Ryan, fuck off. So
I appreciate you guys, man.
Thank you so don't. This is one of my favorite hip hop artists locally that I've discovered over this year. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't lead you astray. I listen to Apple Music. He's got Neon Nightmares is the newest album.
Yeah, so correct? Neon Nightmares is the newest. So there's like a trilogy thing kind of happening. I don't know how it happened, but it's actually gonna be a fourth. Okay, so it was The Garden.
The Garden. You know then that's the first album I got to hear. I went back and heard your other one.
So there's an album before that.
There is.
Okay, so farmers burn the hedges, burn the fields. So there's burning hedges. Then there's The Garden, and so then there's Neon Nightmares, which Neon Nightmares just kind of came during a weird time in my life where I was just doing like a insane amount of stuff, and I just you know what I'm saying. So that album is just kind of like the mental cleanup from that.
Oh, it's got a lot of beautiful music in it.
Thank you. Yeah, I try to make it like a funk. I try to bring back funk.
And I love funk music. So when you give me...
I heard that too. That's only 1 year now. I lost a whole year on that.
Yeah, so did I. That was weird.
What's that all about?
Did you pull something?
Did I do that?
There's probably a cable.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there we go. That was weird, right?
Yeah, that was weird.
That fucking felt like I got hit with a snowball.
I was like, I'm having a stroke. Here we go. This is it.
Us back now.
So Neon Nightmares is kind of clean up on some mental work, and then I got one coming out called The Farmer's Maniac, the Old Farmer's Maniac, and it's the Farmer's Almanac cover.
And that's funny that I talked about the Farmer's Almanac in the show.
I was gonna say something earlier.
It all comes around.
It does. So how's this shit work? You never know.
It's called The Old Farmer's Maniac, and then the one after that will be called The Harvest. And then I'll have a third one dropping that.
Yeah, he's releasing 18 albums this year.
Yeah.
So be ready.
No, it's actually I want to do 3. I went to this thing in Orlando for artist development.
Yeah, I saw some of your Facebook shit on that.
To go up to bigger record labels and stuff like that. So they brought in a bunch of mental health people, and dude, I'll tell you,
was that an enlightening experience?
It changed my life.
Really?
It changed my life.
I'm glad you got to go to it.
It really changed my life. And so I just realized that I think I have enough, but I don't. I think that I'm where I wanted to be, but I'm not.
Right.
And I just, before, I get off this microphone, I want to let everyone listening know that how you do anything is how you're going to do everything.
Yeah.
Period.
Fair enough.
Your trajectories.
You don't deserve shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You only earn what you're going to work for, and what you're willing to work for is who you become. So
you got to, I mean, and to reciprocate that, you got to put it in to get a return.
You have to.
You can't expect like just easy runs.
No.
Like,
I mean,
you got to put in some shit.
I'm like, dude, I can't lie. I've been super blessed. I've been super lucky. There's a lot of people who are from this city who, dude, I've been rapping their ass off for 10 plus years and I've never seen the Cotillion stage. And I was blessed enough to be able to do that within 1 year time here. And it's because I did good business.
Yeah.
I did good business.
And I will tell you, you're reciprocating your humble artistry right now. You're a good artist, bro. That's why you got there too.
I appreciate that.
I know you don't want to say that. Well, I'll say it for you. I'm the guy to say that for you. The reason you got there and you push hard, you work on your shit. But you're a talented artist.
Yeah.
You're a talented artist,
it comes, but you know, a lot of these cats like think they're like alcohol or taking pills or whatever. Like, don't fucking get it twisted. I'm not preaching the choir because I smoke weed every fucking day of my life, dude, and I won't ever quit. But
no, not even trying to stop.
not even
working on a fucking program to stop.
You don't need drugs to create beautiful art. Well, you know what I'm saying?
You don't.
And a lot of the time, especially with like these young cats, even in our scene, they don't understand the like, dude, I'm not okay. I'm fucking depressed as fuck. I'm sad. But you know what? I fucking go work out. I eat good. I treat myself right. I treat my mental right. I talk good to myself. So like, I'm able to get more done. I'm able to get these opportunities because when people see you as a healthy person, you're happy, you're healthy, you're working, you're successful, they want to help you. Yeah, they want to be a part of that.
They do. Well, your energy, if you're bringing out that positive energy, it comes back to you.
Yeah,
it comes
exactly.
back to you. And people don't want to deal with people that have that fucking person that walks around with the cloud raining on them all the time and nobody else is getting rained on.
Dude.
How
like,
you doing?
I ain't trying to be under that umbrella with you, motherfucker.
No, yeah, exactly.
I ain't trying to need an umbrella everywhere I go.
I just had my first like, you know, one of those experiences where someone that you rock with for an extremely long time, you know what I'm saying?
Was holding you back.
Well, it's not even holding you back. It's like, yo, I'm reaching out to this person every day. Yo, what's up? Let's go eat. Let me cook for you. Come over. Let's watch football. Blah 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 blah. And the energy isn't where it used to be, right? And so then you realize, hey man, something's going on, but nothing is being said. So you say, hey dude, what's the deal here? What's happening between us? I care about you. We do business together. We do a lot of shit. Well, then it comes up, you know, like, hey man, I resent you. Hey, the opportunities that you've had, I deserve. The real comes out. The real comes out. And so then what do you do? You
go on the defensive half the time. I do.
I mean, you know, I try.
So you guys have both dealt with this.
I know exactly what
you know what I'm
about.
saying? And it's tough. It's tough. It's a tough thing. But like, you start to see who when things happen and good things come up, you start to see these opportunities manifest themselves, and you'll see who's supposed to be there and who's not, and how if your hard work is paying off, or if the people around you are working as hard as you. So just remember, how you do anything is how you do everything.
Yeah.
Sir Charles,
I like that. Sir Charles, everybody dropping some good knowledge on it.
I think them's the words to go out to, man. How you do everything is how you do anything.
So make sure you check out on all platforms. Is there a platform that monetizes you the best? If we could funnel them to one.
Fucking all of them.
Cash App.
Cash App. Yeah, Cash App. Yeah.
Well, and he does have he did tell us before this, he has an OnlyFans with the feet pictures, right? That's right.
My fucking gator skins out on the fucking.
Yeah. But yeah, make sure if you're into local hip hop, especially an artist with a lot of depth that has a band that's really putting on some hip hop music that I'm looking for when I'm looking for hip hop, especially on the local scene. Sir Charles III is delivering on all aspects. He has multiple albums that he has already. 3 on the way from what he's saying. So I'm telling you, get with this artist. If you're a hip hop fan like me on a national level, this is an artist that is one of my favorites in town. So please get down with this man.
2003.
And this will be out 2003. And we appreciate you. Thanks for tuning into the Aaron Austin Show.